Trade Union Federation COSATU's view of the 3% salary increase for public office bearers. COSATU says the decision by the President to accept recommendations submitted by the Independent Commission on Remuneration of Public Office Bearers is disappointing, tone-deaf and embarrassing. To share their views firsthand is Michael Shingange, who is COSATU's Deputy President. Michael, good evening to you and welcome. Why is this a slap in the face of government service workers?
Look, it's our view that the leadership of the country must always lead according to the standard of the society they lead. You remember that both the judges and the politicians in government have connived to say the public servants do not deserve a salary increase in 2020. The Labour Appeal Court and the Constitutional Court felt that the public servants were ungrateful to want to receive a salary increase in 2020 in the midst of the pandemic. Today, they are giving themselves a 3% hike. They dated to 2021, April. I don't know how that grateful it is. So that's what we're saying, that we hope that they are going to carry this going forward when the public service themselves demand what they think they deserve in the upcoming wage negotiations.
Well, one of the things, and it's a pretty serious background you're painting there. You're calling for, pardon me, the terms of reference of the Independent Commission on the remuneration of public office bearers to be extended. Why?
Look, the judges and the public office bearers are the only workers in this country who have got something that is constituted by themselves or composed of themselves, called an independent, who determine their salary increase. No any other worker in this country has such a privilege. It is the judges that are populated in that independent commission. It is them who recommend to the president how much they think they are worth. It is them who, through the courts, say that the workers must not get anything. And it is them who give themselves the salary increase. No any other worker deserves that. And that's why we're saying these terms of reference must be extended. Perhaps more and more public servants must be afforded such an opportunity themselves.
So, I mean, you're essentially saying there's a conflict of interest in being able to set the parameters, or the parameters being set by people who directly benefit from those particular parameters. So if there's a reformation or an extension of, the powers of the Commission, would you like to have a voice in there, or just give us some more detail on exactly how you see that shaping up?
Look, the first thing is that there's nothing independent about that commission. So that's why, they are directly involved. They're deciding their salary. So there's nothing independent. They will rather formulate a bargaining council. These are the group of people who are undermining and destroying collective bargaining in this country. The two of them, the two elite of our society that are destroying collective bargaining, in which majority of downtrodden workers relies on. But they call themselves independent, they give themselves the money they can't give it. Now, we hope they will remember. So the point we are raising that it is the two elite grouping that will later say the public servants' wage bill is too high. They will not remember that this wage bill actually it includes the salary they've just given themselves, because they themselves are eating from the same public purse. It is only when the nurses and the doctors and the teachers and the cleaners in hospitals and clinics and home affairs are demanding a cost of living adjustment that we get to hear that the society has been told that actually the public wage bill is too high. We hope that they are going to remember this part of the 3% backdated to April 2021 for people who are earning over $1 million per annum or collectively. So indeed, if these terms of references were to be extended, we will want to deal with what is it that constitutes the public wage bill in this country. Is it the ones in the PCBC? Is it the one in the entities? Is it the one in the municipalities? Is it the one that includes the judges and magistrates, or also including the politicians themselves? Because separating that and only blackmailing and scapegoating the public service is not something that we can afford to sustain in this country.
I mean, these are very strong views you're sharing on the one hand, and you have the endorsement on the decision. Of course, the President is looking to the Commission for guidance. They've given that, and so he's accepted that. What other ways and means do you have then, given this kind of divide, to challenge this decision you believe is so unfair, and to come to a place where, there is agreement and understanding?
Well, we've made a call to the president when the so-called independent commission first made that a proposal that we don't think the president will accede to that. That he has acceded, there's very little we can do. We only hope that they will also be listened to, because we don't belong to that category. We belong to the bargaining council, which they are busy destroying. When they themselves, they think they deserve the fair share of their of the increment. Look, we don't who they don't deserve an increase. We don't think that they should not get an increase. But it can't be them when they go to court and sign an affidavit in front of the judges and say public servants are not grateful to demand a salary increase, and then the judges agree with them, and then later the two of them come and conspire to get a salary increase at the expense of the other workers.
Right.
We think that if they think that they deserve a salary increase, surely everyone else services themselves.
Michael Shingange, thank you very much for talking to us and sharing your perspective on that salary hike for public office bearers. Michael is COSATU's Deputy President.